Let's get into our issue of the day. The first one is concerns have continued to be, of course, raised concerning the propriety or otherwise of the BBNaija show. That's, of course, the reality TV show on many Nigerian TV screens. Well, in the face of this, the member representing Makurdi Guma Federal Constituency of Benue State in the House of Representatives, Dixon Takegere, has threatened to slam a 10 billion naira lawsuit against BBNaija All-Star housemate Venita Akpofure and the organizers of the reality show for defaming the Thief Nation. Venita is under fire for saying that thief men give their wives to visitors for entertainment. A veteran hip-hop star, Zaki Aze, has also demanded an apology from Venita and the organizers for the statement. Well, BKO, first and foremost, it's reality TV show. And this statement was made in, the conversations between housemates and all that. But where does that notion come from? Because to be honest and to be fair, it's not the first time we've been hearing that kind of notion that this happens in the part of the country. I think I've also heard it before, and that's not to reiterate it. But where does that notion come from? Was there something, or is there a basis for this notion in the first place?
There is no basis for this cultural stereotyping that Venita has done. The fact that you hear something said again and again and again does not make it right or does not make it true. You know, if people spread a rumor for 100 years, it doesn't turn a rumor to treason. It doesn't make a rumor the truth. There are some people who are adept at rumor and ignorance peddling. It is when you do your own investigation you discover that it's actually lies that they are spreading. So maybe she had this said just the way you also said you had it. But for some of us who have been to thief land so many times, there is no evidence that that culture exists. In fact, a thief man will cut off your head if you try to trespass on his wife. And for some of those who believe that, oh, perhaps Venita is right, try to take a thief man's wife. Your head will be gone. I just returned from Boko, and nobody offered me his wife for dinner. Nobody. It's just practice lying. I think that Venita is a practice liar, and she should really be ashamed of herself. For a woman who got married to a thief man and bore 2 kids for the thief man before the marriage broke up, the question that people will ask, and
was she offered
Zaki Adze asked that question. Did your husband
offer you
come clean? Did your husband offer you to anyone as alejo, or just what Yorubas will call entertainment? I mean, this thing is not true. Even as a young man, I had been going to Benue. I used to go to Benue to watch BCC Lions play. I traveled to watch Lobby Stars play. I started as a sports writer. I was going to that. It was one of the places that we enjoyed going. In those days when BCC Lions was very strong, we enjoyed going to watch good football. Tefa Apuru, Moses Kwako, you know, all of them. Barnabas Imenga, great players from Thief Nation. Skipper Bolaji Douglas, who was my senior in the university. You know, but at no time can anyone say, oh, this is the thief. They are a very hospitable people. You've got to give that to them. If you visit them, they will entertain you to the point that you feel like coming back. This is the truth. Maybe it's that hospitality, which is in their DNA, that people are now abusing, misconstruing to say this. We have heard that Eskimos used to do that. That was what I read. But that in Nigerian cultures, people will offer your wife, you know, for you as entertainment. I don't know any Nigerian.
Okay.
And I know that in our country, the thief, just like the Hausa, just like the Yoruba, they do not joke with the sanctity of their wives. And anyone who is in doubt, try to relieve a thief man of his wife. That's that farm implement in his hand. He will use it to take off.
Well, let's not. Go into violence. But
people are being advised. You are saying that. Try it now. Maybe you say they offer their wife. You try to even.
I understand the point. I understand the point that you've made. But
okay.
Let me bring on CKN.
Yes.
Cultural stereotyping. How dangerous is it for a country like a multi-ethnic society like ours? Because this stereotyping is not limited to the thief. You have done well to break down that one. We know there's a stereotyping around Calabar and Efik people.
You know that.
There's a stereotyping about...
you are taking me there.
So how dangerous is all this cultural stereotyping for a multi-ethnic society like ours?
You know, ours is a multi-faceted society. And in the course of this, a lot of talks, side talk, rumors, things like called beer parlor, gist talks. Averagely, you see where I'm an Igbo man. Averagely, you tell you that, if you go to the Southeast, they used to eat people. I'm sure you heard that.
Yes, no.
There are people of the Southeast.
Somewhere in Abia.
Somewhere in Abia. In fact, a particular region in Abia. And it's not true. I'm from Imo State. In fact, my village, Obo, is just about less than 1 kilometer to Abia State. We are the bordering town between Imo State and Abia State. And I have never seen where a human being has been served
as food.
As food, you know. Then you also see here that what you started, the Akwa Ibom girls, Calabar girls. Oh, for goodness sake! In fact, it made it so. The rumor was so high that when we were trying to serve, when we are doing, BK, remember now, when we finished university, and they asked where do you want to go to? Someone was, I want to go to Akwa Ibom, for whatever reason. That kind of
test.
No, I did not say anything. You are putting words into my you know, but coming down to Benue State, I had the privilege of also living in Benue State. I remember in the 70s, my dad was one of those that built the Benue State Cement Company. BK mentioned BBC, yes, you know, the one that also generated those football clubs. And I was in the place, there were so many places, including Yandel, which was in Benue State. And as he said, Benue State is just one of them. In fact, their culture alone. Have you seen the Benue people? I don't know which of them that have that dance.
No,
you know that? I think it's the people. They are clothing, their hospitality. Have you also eaten yam from Benue State?
Yes, and bushmeat.
I don't think you've eaten yam or bushmeat. So this is...
I'm sure BK would have to offer me an opportunity to travel there.
I wonder why I didn't come with some yam from Benue, because I know it's very hospitable. But what we're saying is, some of these things are... But I don't blame them. All these children that you call internet children, they don't know anything.
They don't even know
They don't know history.
Look at ordinary quiz. Look at the quiz that they ask. It shows that they know next to nothing about
Even one that read law, just like me, as somebody that graduated as a law graduate, I was so ashamed of myself when I... So most of it, they say it was a reality show. That's what I think it should remain.
It's an ugly reality.
No, yes, reality show, but you should also be careful of what you say.
No, it should also be educated.
When Sheyi was saying that all those
about,
even the state government, the Lagos state government had to issue a statement
his son,
that this is promoting violence. That you are going to have your son, drive a train on women's heads.
This goes.
And he said he didn't remember.
No, we are even
and he apologized. Even shed tears.
Yes, because we are even talking about. We're also the organizers of that program. I just came back from Canada. I saw what a normal Big Brother program looks like in Canada and also in the United States. It's not this kind of thing that I have in here. Matured education. Yeah, you have some all this kind of personality, entertainment, and the rest of it. But they are also very, very careful. They cannot, because whatever you portray on those programs is what a lot of people are watching, including kids.
Yes.
So the organizers, Mnet or whoever, and the rest of them, that because I personally am against it. I wonder how somebody will be given 120 million naira for just staying and parading naked on it.
doing-
Whereas somebody that had the
They
best
can't even
result,
answer simple quiz questions.
quick question, somebody that had the best, if not for people like you, somebody that had the best result in WAEC, JAMB, and even
They didn't get anything.
there was a lady that had the best result as a medical student at UNN. She was given 10,000 naira. People also have to rally around to start looking for money to give her, just like BKO did with that and this thing. So that is the kind of thing. I think we should start putting our this thing where our mouth is and try as much as possible to project Nigeria in a way and manner, not to construe.
You know, when they say that, okay, this is for people 18 years and above, with these phones,
Well, how will you
these
restrict
children,
that? How do you want to do
they
it?
have phones. They will use their, if you like, don't allow them to watch it in your
Yes,
parlor.
now.
They'll watch
With
it
the
on-
phone, their phones,
phone.
they will watch
Watch
it.
it.
They watch it.
They watch it.
Okay, gentlemen.